With all the attention on the Patriots offense in this year's draft, don't sleep on their defense needing pieces as well, primarily on the edge and outside when it comes to cornerbacks. We know their key pieces like Christian Gonzalez, Keion White, Matt Judon, of course, but depth and future talent is needed as well. This is a defense that ranked 3rd in rushing yards allowed, 10th in passing yards allowed, and constantly kept one of the worst offenses in the league in games last year. But let's start with cornerback. Let's see more than a 4-game sample size from Christian Gonzalez, but by all means, it looks like he'll be a stud for the Pats. Instincts, ability, athleticism, he has it all. But Jonathan Jones is getting older, Marcus Jones has durability issues, and there's a drop-off after that. Top 3 quarterbacks come draft time are Cooper DeJean out of Iowa, Terrion Arnold out of Alabama, and Kenyon Mitchell. All 3 are first-rounders. The Pats have bigger issues to fix in the first 3 rounds, but depending on how the board falls and what happens with the first round, whether going QB or trading back, the Patriots can be in early on a cornerback. Starting with Mikey Sanderstill out of Michigan. One of the top slot corners in this draft, he played over 1,000 snaps at Michigan and brings versatility as a defensive back overall. Slot, safety, and special teams is where he can make his impact. Great awareness in twitch and zone defense or athleticism to keep up in man, he could be a surprise day 2 pick. It would be a homecoming for the kid that also played his high school ball at Everett. Next up is Max Melton out of Rutgers. 5'11", 185 pounds, an inside-out corner that's great in press, and many NFL scouts see him as another hybrid player with the safety-type role as well. In over 400 snaps in 3 seasons at Rutgers, he allowed a quarterback rating of just 65.7 when targeted. Great ball skills and anticipation helps him on the outside. Now just needs to refine his footwork, but he's an early cornerback 3 that can obviously develop from there. Last mid-round cornerback target is Kyrie Jackson out of Oregon. 6'3", 195 pounds, his frame and size jumps out, but add his athleticism to it, and he dominates one-on-ones while taking over contested catch scenarios. Pairing Jackson up with Gonzalez is 2 lengthy, athletic boundary corners that would shore up a young secondary. After cornerbacks, look towards the edge rushers. With Keion White entering year 2, Josh Uche on a 1-year deal, and Matt Judon coming off a significant injury, adding depth and talent up front is crucial for this defense. First up, Javon Solomon, who will fall between the 4th and 5th round in April. Racking up 17 sacks in 2023, he is undersized at 6'1", 246 pounds, but he has some scouts seeing him potentially transitioning to linebacker as well. Still, 65 QB hurries in his career stands out. He will be scheme reliant, but can be a value pick as a role player for his pass rushing ability. Next up is Grayson Murphy out of UCLA. His hands help him win at the line of scrimmage, but his physicality jumps out in his game. A bull rush heavy pass rusher game, but with shorter arms, he comes in as a projected depth edge player, but needs to improve quickness and his pass rush moves to consistently make plays. Last up, Jalen Harrell out of Michigan. 6'4", 250 pounds. That build says true edge over hand in the dirt rush defensive end, but he has the athleticism to drop back and provide a plus in coverage as well. His limitations in the run game prevent him from being an every down player, and he needs to develop more counter moves to become an elite pass rusher. His ceiling is a 3rd down pass rush specialist if he sticks on the edge, but at his size and his athleticism, he can bring flexibility as an on or off ball linebacker in pass rush scenarios. The last position group the Patriots should target, interior defensive line. With Christian Barmore on the last year of his rookie deal and Devon Godchar set to be a 31-year-old free agent after this season, the Pats should target depth and can develop behind those 2 starters in their rookie year. Starting with Leonard Taylor out of Miami. At 6'4", 303 pounds, he primarily lined up in the 3 tech in college and shined as an interior pass rusher, but he was feast or famine at the U. Athleticism and length helped him win battles in the trenches, but poor technique and fundamentals will get him exposed in the NFL. Poor pad level, bad hands, and lackluster lane integrity are issues on tape. But again, with a projected 4th round pick behind 2 solid defensive linemen, he would be eased along into his rookie year and developed into an every down contributor. Sticking in the 4th round, Mekhi Wingo out of LSU. Much smaller in stature at 6 foot 285 pounds, but is compact and powerful as an interior defensive lineman. His quick first step and lateral quickness is great with helping with penetration while also bringing scheme versatility to his game. But strength is where he needs to grow, as he can be eliminated by powerful guards and double teams in the NFL. Good in the trenches, once he's on the edge, he can be exposed as well. He will be a rotational player when he's first in the league, but can be developed developed into an every down defensive lineman. Looking to the 5th round prospects, Justin Aboigebe out of Alabama could be another versatile draft pick like Keon White from last year's draft. 6'4", 298, the D lineman has the physical tools and strength to dominate as a run defender, but still, he needs to put on some weight on that frame. His potential in the NFL hinders on him as a pass rusher. Gaining a more explosive first step and maintaining consistent pad level will help him get after the quarterback. An early down rotational player is his projection, but his versatility to align inside or on the edge endears him to a lot of NFL teams. For a 6th round gem, let's take a look at Jordan Jefferson out of LSU. With 38 games under his belt, his last 3 years in college, Jefferson is a run game disruptor from day one. Insane strength with the 695-pound squat and thick lower half gives him natural leverage and requires double teams for him, and he gains a lot of attention. His background as a high school wrestler brings balance with it, but Jefferson still lacks technique and footwork when taking on blocks. His hand usage is subpar at best, as he allows blockers to get into his chest and drive him off his spot. As a 6th rounder, though, Jefferson could take a few years to develop, and now worse is a run stopper on a rookie contract. When you look back at the defensive prospects for the Patriots, all the attention will be on cornerback and edge primarily. But look towards day 2 or day 3 when they start making their additions on the defensive side of the ball. Still, the Patriots, no matter what, need everything to go right on offense as the defense is taking care of itself. But still, a cornerback opposite Christian Gonzalez and an edge rusher to help out their young core is what Gerard Mayo will want to draft. To stay locked in with all Patriots draft coverage, stay right here on NESN's YouTube page, NESN.com, and NESN 360, and stay locked in to catch my 7th-round mock draft coming out later this week.
PNC Bank, rooted in communities big and small.